It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Thursday, the 29th of May. I'm Michael Groff. A lot of clouds out there today, and that's a sign of things to come as this weather pattern begins to change over the next few days. In the short term, though, temperatures just a little bit above seasonal averages. That will continue through Saturday. And then our much advertised pattern change really takes shape Saturday night, Sunday, and into Monday with a rather rare chance of showers and thunderstorms here over southern Arizona. Remember, this time of the year, it almost never rains historically. In fact, on the 1st of June in Phoenix, in 129 years of record keeping, it has rained exactly one time. On the 2nd of June, it's only rained 3 times. So we're looking at a pretty unusual setup here. We'll get into the details of that. There's still some question marks as to where, when, how much rain there could be. And we'll talk about temperatures. Yes, those will be headed down as well. All of that as we dive on in and discuss. First, the almanac from yesterday, 103 degrees the afternoon high, 74 the morning low, 99 and 73 are the averages for this time of year. Looking outside right now at 12:30 p.m., mostly cloudy sky out there, a lot of high clouds. And it's 95 degrees at Sky Harbor, but yeah, still very dry. As you can see, that dew point at 25, the subcloud layer. Just bone dry, relative humidity 8%. The wind light, the barometer is falling. Satellite picture out here across the west, and you can see why we've got the clouds coming on in as we put this in motion. Clearly, that spin, that's that upper low that's off the Baja coast, and that feature is just going to sit there for the next few days. Now, right at this moment, it's just mid and high-level moisture that's coming in here. No precipitation out of that. But once we start to pull in some deeper tropical moisture, courtesy of our brand new tropical storm, which we'll show you in a moment, that's Alvin, that's way down there off the Mexican coast, that's going to make things more interesting as we get out there towards Saturday night and into Sunday. The watch warning map, we've got an extreme heat warning in effect for the Las Vegas Valley, Clark County in southern Nevada, some of the adjacent counties in northwest Arizona and southeast California, and some heat advisories in the valleys of California. Elsewhere across the country, things are relatively quiet at the moment. The convective outlook for today, we have those risks, the enhanced risk, that's level 3 out of 5 for places like Abilene and San Angelo, Texas, some of the same areas that have had the rain and the thunderstorms for days and days. The broader severe weather risk really from extreme eastern New Mexico and West Texas eastward along the Gulf Coast and over toward parts of the Carolinas and into North Florida. Now for us, again, it's quiet at the moment, but here we go. The tropics in the East Pacific, our first named tropical storm of the season. That is Alvin. That is down there off the Mexican coast. It is well to the southeast of Cabo San Lucas. It is well down to the south of us. And right now, it's not going to have any impact on us, but some of that moisture will eventually start to get pulled north by that aforementioned upper low. Here's the latest on Alvin. Max sustained winds at 40 miles per hour. A turn toward the north and toward the southern tip of Baja, or the southern Gulf of California there, is expected over the next couple of days. This will fizzle out, of course. Sea surface temperatures are still relatively low down here, so we won't really see this ramp up into a hurricane or a major storm. Nevertheless, this will be just enough for the moisture to be pulled northward toward us with that upper low. All right. Now, here's the question that people are asking. How much rain could we get out of this? Well, this is the precipitation forecast courtesy of the WPC. This is valid through Thursday morning of next week, and rain amounts in Phoenix shown to be around 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch or so. And it's going to be an interesting rainfall gradient. Not much across southwest Arizona. A little bit more, of course, in the favored areas north and east of Phoenix. But whenever we show a graphic like this and we're talking about the summertime or even into the fall, you know what I'm going to tell you here. Your amount will vary because with thunderstorms, yeah, obviously, any one spot could get more than what's shown here. This graphic just sort of represents an average of what we'll see across the area. So let's get into the details of this forecast. Let's see what the future may hold. To do that, we take a look at the models. Here we go. The GFS. The 12Z run, valid 5 o'clock this afternoon. Okay, there's our upper low. It's off the Baja coast. And that thing is just going to sit there. In fact, it retrogrades a little bit back toward the west over the next 24 hours or so. But what it means down at the surface for the rest of the day today, mostly cloudy sky. And again, mid and high level clouds. Yes, the sun is still going to poke through, and it's still going to be plenty warm out there. Highs upper 90s to about 103. For tonight, some clouds around. Lows will mostly be in the upper 60s to upper 70s. So it's going to be mild tonight thanks to the clouds around. Tomorrow, again, there's going to be a mix of sun and clouds, and high temperatures will top out around 101 to 105. I think there'll be a few less clouds tomorrow, so that this should be the warmest day of the forecast period. And you can see there's Alvin well down to the south and making that turn toward the north. All right, here we go to Saturday. Alvin continues to move north. It's weakening, but its moisture is now getting pulled into this upper low that's off of the Baja coast. And that's going to start to filter in here. So again, Saturday will be partly sunny, highs 99 to 103. And by late in the day, afternoon and into the evening hours, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms begin to develop, mainly over the higher terrain north and east of Phoenix. I guess through the day, we might see a little bit of virga, maybe a sprinkle here over the southern deserts. But I think the day on Saturday, at least here in Phoenix, probably stays dry. But those dew points are going to be coming up. It's going to start to feel a little bit more muggy as we go through the day on Saturday, and especially towards Saturday night. Yeah, that tropical moisture is going to be slowly creeping northward. And so we're going to start to introduce chances of showers here in the Phoenix area by probably midnight Saturday night, Sunday morning, as that moisture continues to stream on in here. And then on Sunday, as that upper low begins to move eastward, thanks in part to that ridge that's been sitting to the north of us, scooting east and weakening, so that low is going to get dragged with it eastward. And as it does, the better dynamic support comes in here, and we're starting to get a better idea of the timing of this potentially. And now it looks like this low, which initially kind of was shown to come through a little faster, might be several hours slower now. So we'll see the moisture in here with a chance of showers on Sunday morning, but then showers and thunderstorms become likely across southern Arizona on Sunday afternoon. And of course, across the mountains north and east of Phoenix, we'll see a numerous to perhaps even widespread showers and thunderstorms developing there. So we'll bump the rain chance up to about 60% by Sunday afternoon. And with the clouds and the threat of rain, temperatures will be much lower on Sunday. I expect highs maybe only in the low, possibly middle 90s. And it could even be a little bit cooler than that, depending on when and if we get those showers and storms. But understand that even though we've really moved that rain chance up, it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody gets precipitation. But preponderance of guidance really does seem to suggest a relatively widespread rain event, at least numerous showers. So pretty good chance that everybody, or most places, do see at least some precipitation out of this. The moisture should be maximized, and the best dynamics come in here Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. This is the precipitable water values off of the GFS at 11 p.m. on Sunday. And again, we've talked about this for several days. This is a measurement. This is one of the tools we talk about, precipitable water, showing how much moisture resides in the atmospheric column. And when you see values up around 1.3, 1.4 inches here across southern Arizona, these are almost monsoon levels. Okay, this is the kind of stuff we'd see in, mid-July and August. And when you see this, obviously it shows that the moisture is here. The atmosphere is juiced up, and we will have this upper low coming through, so the dynamics are in place, showers, thunderstorms. In terms of severe weather possibilities, probably not. We can't rule out an isolated severe storm, of course, but it doesn't look like that'll be a widespread or a significant threat. Most of the precipitation is expected to be generally light, but some widely scattered, moderate to heavy amounts are possible. Now, this low is going to move on out by Monday, but we'll still keep a slight chance of showers in the forecast, at least Monday morning. And again, high temperatures probably only in the low 90s or so on Monday. So keeping in mind, Sunday is the 1st of June. That's the start of meteorological summer. The average high on the 1st of June is 100 degrees. So, we're going to be quite a bit below that. 101 or so is the average high on the 1st of June, or the 2nd of June. So we're going to be maybe 10 degrees below that value. Then something kind of interesting happens on Tuesday. A follow-up upper low is shown to drop down the California coast and close off the Southern California coast. And you might think, well, wait a second, that could mean another round of precipitation. The problem is the deeper tropical moisture from Alvin will get ejected when that initial low moves out on Monday night, and into early Tuesday. That said, there could be enough lingering moisture around for at least a few showers and storms across northern and eastern Arizona on Tuesday and again on Wednesday. And with the presence of a second upper low around, and this is a scenario that is becoming more abundant among the various ensemble members, we would likely at least see temperatures holding back from warming up very much. We might stay in the 90s for much of next week. Rain chances in Phoenix, I suppose mathematically wouldn't be zero in this kind of a scenario, but I would probably not mention them in a forecast. And we'll keep the forecast either sunny or mostly sunny on Tuesday and Wednesday until we see evidence that maybe we have to introduce some low-end threats for precipitation. But that won't be true for everybody. Again, a few showers and storms will be possible for the mountains of northern and eastern Arizona or the southeastern part of the state with that secondary upper low. Very interesting scenario, that's for sure. All right, here is a week from today. This is Thursday, the 5th of June, and now that's moving out. There's another weak little wave to the west of us, so we could see a few high clouds around. But overall, ridging is trying to build to the south of us, also over the northeast Pacific. So it looks like temperatures are going to start to creep back toward the triple digits, although they may still hold just shy of that next Thursday. Let's just skip ahead out here toward the end of the period, Saturday, the 7th of June, and that looks like a ridge trying to build in from the south and west, and again, westerly flow here. So we're dry, and temperatures will be probably pretty close to 100 degrees, if not maybe a little above that, as reality is inevitably going to set back in here. All right, let's look at rainfall for Phoenix. This goes out through the 12th of June. This is off the GFS ensemble, and I'll tell you, you don't see this at the end of May and early June very often. I mean, ensemble mean about 1/4 of an inch. How about the European ensemble? Okay, the ensemble mean here is, again, right around, we've seen it right around 1/3 to 4/10 of an inch. But look at the control member on here. It's up at an inch. And we got some individual members that are pumping up toward 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch. I don't think we're going to see that, although maybe an isolated spot or two does. There is still some uncertainty into all of this, okay? So we're not ready to tell you that this is going to be an absolute washout or a deluge. But any rain that we get here May 31st, June 1st, hey, might as well be a deluge, right? And temperatures off the national blend of models. Yes, we're still going to be toasty today, tomorrow, and Saturday. But then, yeah, highs will retreat back into the 90s. And I think there's a legit possibility Sunday and Monday will be lower than what's shown here. This is an ensemble approach, national blend of models, but looking at some of the other ensemble guidance from the European certainly shows highs actually maybe staying in the 80s Sunday or Monday. We'll see. Either way, below average temperatures are favored at least through a good portion of next week, and then we will, as mentioned, snap back to reality with highs getting back into the triple digits sometime late next week and into that following weekend. All right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, you want to support the channel, click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube, or you can donate directly to us via PayPal. Groffshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address, GROFF show@gmail.com for PayPal. Our Venmo is linked up down there in the description as well. And I'm going to tell you this. We're going to be hard working here over the next several days. We're going to be on a 7-day schedule. No taking the weekends off with active weather expected. So tomorrow we'll do Photo Friday. Then Saturday, Sunday, we'll have videos. And through next week. And I don't mind putting in extra days if it means we get rain. I'm all for it. Bring it on. It'd be exciting if we could have multiple updates in a day because the weather facilitates that. Not anticipating that much active weather, but we will see. Hey, I'm excited for it. All right, the executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my OAO, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Blogs, videos, everything Michelle related, quite possibly Adriana related. It is all linked up down in the description, so check that out pretty please. Also, our streaming station, it's available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music, have a lot of fun over there. Give that a listen. It's linked up in the description. And yeah, I really appreciate it. All of your support. Thank you guys so much for doing what you do. Please be safe. I want you to stay cool, stay hydrated out there, and have yourselves a pleasant, a delightful, dare I even suggest a beautiful rest of your Thursday.